Oh, the first match in our best of 7 series here between two top Terran.
Pipe.
Byun is trying to tempt those Marines down the ramp so he can jump on them with the Hellion and the other. Oh, and that's a great grenade too. Lovely grenade. Oh, the Raven is about to be out. Don't lose the Cyclone! He loses the Cyclone, but he does kill the Banshee in the process.
Cyclone's more expensive than a Banshee, man. Take that trade any day.
I mean, he may have to think about lifting up and actually going back to his base here, rather than trying to hold this expansion the way that it is. But Byun's control here is looking fantastic, and TY is getting sliced to pieces.
Yeah, Byun is just... He's manhandling him right now. This is almost disgusting. Like,
it's been really, really good aggression here from Byun so far, demonstrating exactly why he is so strong.
These tanks do create a real problem right now.
It really does. Here comes a Banshee, but TY does not have Cloak, of course, so he's going to have to be a little bit careful with that, trying to micro and repair it. The Raven is here to make sure that Byun can't Cloak, but the Raven is about to go down. TY is desperately trying to hold on here, but I'm not 100% sure that he can. At least he kills the Banshee, but those two tanks are still reigning strong.
Did Byun have a secret copy of Legacy of the Void Beta he's just been playing for the last... Maybe he wasn't in Kespa jail, guys. Maybe he was just at his house just playing Legacy of the Void.
He's an alpha tester, man.
He's like, leave me alone, guys. I actually was at Blizzard Korea literally playing this game for the last 3 years.
And where are those tanks? Okay, the tanks are being flown directly over a missile turret. No, TY! That is maybe not ideal.
What?
No,
Oh my god.
I mean, no.
Literally flew right into a missile turret.
He did. And there's the GG.
Wow.
I'm a bit concerned for Byun here because he's so far behind in terms of his CC, and he didn't do the crazy damage that he managed to do last game. And with that bunker on the ground there, plus a Cyclone already available, I have to wonder if Byun can really get anything done.
Defensively speaking, he is pretty set up, and actually getting this Banshee, this would be pretty nice.
Oh, nicely done. And as you can see, the Cyclone does just beat it, and the scan was able to make that happen. And Byun...
Now I like it a lot for TY.
Yeah.
Alright, well, supply-wise, this game is actually still relatively close.
Uh-oh.
The Widowmine! Oh,
lovely. TY. No. Get the hell out of there. Oh, that sucks. Is he gonna get another hit? Oh, the scan goes down. Widowmine is finally destroyed. Brave Widowmine. I like it a lot. TY backing off, and Byun is going to go for it. Into the mouth of hell he dives. But a lot of these siege tanks at the back weren't set up. It didn't really matter, though. TY is looking to drop on top of the tanks here. Is he going to be able to make that happen? The Marines already move into position. No, that doesn't work, and suddenly...
He's trying to run down the ramp, but Byun actually has a supply lead now. He's chewed up so much of this army. Is this real life?
It's just the army he's had for the longest time and hasn't really lost. He's maintained those tanks, and right now, the additional bases of TY that are actually funding this economic advantage are starting to take some shelling. Byun just equalized the upgrades.
I don't know how Byun did this. This is disgusting.
He's going right for the
dropping on the bottom of that ramp as the Marines storm up.
A lot of tanks, though. Will that be enough? I mean, that is a lot of units that Byun just lost here. The tank positioning from TY is really, really good, and Byun's been shoved back.
Wow.
But that bottom left base is going down as well. He's going to be able to kill all the SCVs, and he actually should be able to kill the planetary before it can morph too.
Byun is trying to push forward here. He's going to try and jump on top of TY's army. TY in a decent position, but I don't think he's got the numbers to hold this. Byun is finally able to break that army. The harass from TY was pretty good. He killed 10 workers, but I think Byun's army is just going to run over him here by the looks of it. Most of the tanks aren't actually in range, though, so Byun is not taking great trades, but he just has too many units.
This has to be it. TY cannot keep up this fight anymore. All of his medevacs are exposed as well. He tries to flank those siege tanks on the north side, but that's it.
What a game. Byun goes up 2 games to 0, but what a game!
Choo-choo!
They were going to expect maybe a bit of drop nonsense, or maybe even a Cloaked Banshee coming from that direction. Now, of course, he has to evacuate his natural.
This runs everything away. This is so bad.
Yeah, this really sucks for TY. Cyclone has been spotted. TY looking to actually kill it, and he does grab it. Byun with an uncharacteristic slip there.
Right, he has so many Marines on the low ground.
Yeah, TY is actually attacking across the map at the moment. There are a decent number of tanks from TY up to the top, and the Marine count is starting to get thinned out, but the tanks are about to fall.
He's stimming over. He's got his army on the way.
Tanks now in position.
Run into 5 siege tanks, then
that's a really good position for TY, though. I mean, that's really, really nice. He may very well be able to smash that base. He kills a lot of SCVs in the process. Byun has to reposition, but eats shots very early on as a result. The SCVs aren't repairing either.
Oh, TY's gonna try to break out of the main now, though. 3 tanks at the bottom of the ramp are not gonna be able to hold this anymore.
Oh yeah, he'll be able to pull this off, and then he'll be able to move his orbital down, which would be great. Lost a lot of his Marines. That was a bit of an awkward positioning there, but he has enough tanks to break through that. TY trying to deny this base. He's trying to focus this down. Will the orbital go down? Yes, it will. Lovely pick off there by TY. He's gonna try and crack him. Does he have the units for this?
There's so too many siege tanks.
There are so many siege tanks. Byun's army starting to fade away here. A huge number of tanks from TY is able to hold on.
He doesn't know about the right side base. I don't think he can do this.
TY, on the other hand, now thinks he's got it, and he gets the siege up before his opponent. Good shot so far. Byun loses pretty much all of his tanks in that engagement. TY finally has the supply. He takes another medevac out. Byun's starting to crumble here.
He actually has a pretty good spread, so maybe he can clean this up. He desperately needs to kill everything here if he wants to have a shot.
Wow, there's 3 tanks behind it. Nice thing, but look at the evacuation onto the high ground there for TY. Pulls his tanks back. I don't think it's necessarily going to matter because that position is pretty killer, and Byun has been sent to the hills. GG, ladies and gentlemen. TY puts his first one on the board in commanding fashion.
It's like, there's a lot of cheeky things you can do, and like the Marines immediately spot the Reapers, but there you see a little bit of that micro actually gets that Marine. It's pretty good. That's so cheeky.
Nice. He gets both.
Wow, what?
Oh my god.
Real quick.
That's a huge shutdown right there. And TY's getting the hell out of there. A cyclone interception drop.
Yeah, if he gets out of range, sure.
If he kites, he's got to kite pretty carefully, but yeah, he can do it.
Oh, that's
this cyclone, unbelievable
really
from TY. He's going to get the Viking too, maybe?
Baby rage.
Pick up and go! Get out of there!
Run for your life.
Oh, that was unfortunate from TY.
There's a couple of Marines being dropped in the main base right now. That's very annoying to deal with because all the units are out of position. The engineering bay
taking a lot of fire. The repairs are in there, but I don't know if they're going to be enough. Looks like he's going to be able to hold on for the time being, but he did lose 7 more SCVs in the process. He's going to lose a lot more too.
Don't lose your upgrades again. Don't lose your upgrades again, Byun. You need them.
But is it worth losing 17 workers?
Perhaps he knows that the medevacs are there, but he hasn't seen them just yet.
Oh, may have overextended that one. Byun was able to stim forward and eliminate 4 siege tanks in the process.
What is he doing? It's such an awkward position to be in. He just cornered himself.
Yeah, that wasn't great at all. And TY, he looks like he's got a flank on him from both sides. He should be able to take full advantage of this.
Well, if I'm TY right now, I'm looking at this and I want to push the issue really hard.
And he's going to be able to do it, and those +2 advantages are going to really help. His collapse right on top of the tanks, and Byun takes huge losses.
If he can get the orbital, that would be great. But
that's a lot of damage coming in, +3 Marines. That may very well do the trick. Can he make it happen?
He saves it.
Oh, nicely done. He's moving in there. In the meantime, a drop does come down, but the SCVs kill the tank. But 20 SCVs for TY died there by Byun. But in the meantime, here comes the big engagement, and the siege tank positioning here is huge. Admittedly, half of the siege tanks firing in the wrong direction, but it didn't matter. GG. Ugh. TY ties it up.
The refinery, though, the Widowmine behind the refinery is probably going to connect.
Oh, he connects, but it doesn't quite kill him. If he could have only finished that off. Widowmine goes right into the middle of that army, but it looks like this is going to be a cleanup here. What? Oh, and that Viking is getting chased down right here. Do we have the cyclone range? We do.
Nice.
Well, he managed to find himself another Viking, and he can drop the cyclone this time, and... almost got the... Alright, so TY has dropped into his opponent's base and is hitting the natural as well, and now we see Byun going in, but the thing is, like, TY has this cyclone...
That cyclone!
Which is an anchor. I mean, it's proven to be hugely useful here, and right now he hasn't been able to make use of that worker lead that he's got. A Liberator is coming!
Hi. Hi.
I haven't seen one of those in a while. This cyclone is still alive! It's killed like 2 tanks, 2 Vikings. This Liberator is farming its way through the SCV count right now. The Marines move in. It's like, nope! Terrible idea.
I think that was awesome. That was a great investment.
Yeah, totally. Kill 7 workers, 3 Marines with that. Totally worth it. And throws Byun off again. I mean, TY seems to now have the psychological edge in this game. And there's the GG, just as we say that.
Byun is able to do a little bit of work here with his Widowmine and a couple of these Marines.
Widowmine's down, and the Marines should be able to focus down a few units. He gets 3.
A couple of these things absolutely made no sense. And his units being out of position. The other medevac is still active as well, even though it only has 2 or 3 Marines in it. Might be able to do a tiny bit of work with it again. Also played by TY, and Excuse me, by Byun. And
Cyclone coming in, and it's going to be able to lock on and kill that medevac, I imagine, quite easily here. That's the wonderful thing about it. You're not getting away.
Look at that Cyclone, by the way.
Ty is
Right
there. I mean, he just got an army dropped on the Cyclone, but that's still not only detected that drop, but delayed, and the Cyclone's getting away, too. In the meantime, TY does go for a drop, does get shut down at the
the other
base of
drop.
Byun.
There are 2 missile turrets there, and Marines running forward as well, so I'm not too sure about this drop from Byun either.
That was really costly and accomplished not a great deal, I might add. I mean, it did kill some workers, certainly. We got some tank drop harass here. Byun's army's kind of caught out in the middle of the map. It looks like it's going to try and crush TY's army on the high ground here. However, TY is able to jump on top of the tanks.
Before they actually shoot at him.
Oh, great use of the medevacs there to give him vision on the high ground. TY gets a couple of nice salvos off. Byun does have maybe a numerical advantage, but he takes the bad end of the siege tank engagement again. A definite difference. Here he goes. Byun is actually boosting right into the middle of all of this, and he is able to crush the front line of TY, but can he build... I don't think he can deal with the second siege line, and he eats a lot of shots on the way out. Oh man, this is really risky. I mean, look at this. TY is going to be able to drop on top of it, pushes that back. Most of the tanks do get evacuated, though.
But he needs to buy a little bit more time.
TY is going for the planetary again. This may very well be a costly engagement for him, and it was.
Yeah, loses a lot of that army, and these siege tanks are left abandoned to die.
Yeah, that's not good.
Still a minor upgrade advantage when it comes to the tanks, you know. +3 against +1 is a pretty decent deal. However, getting this orbital is massive for Byun. That's a great pickoff.
Able to break out properly, and bear in mind, TY's not mining anymore. Like, those mining bases went down. Byun, on the other hand, I mean, TY is broke. He's on 30 minerals. He's going for the flank, and he goes for the tank, takes it out, pushes this army back here, but 90 supply to about 109.
Yeah, Byun just has more right now. I don't know how he's supposed to win this fight.
Siege tanks were undeployed here for TY. There's the GG. Byun equalizes. It's 3 games to 3.
Now he's gone back to his bread and butter, and he's getting a little bit of work done here.
Yep, that he is. Throwing those grenades down, doing a little bit of damage, zoning out quite nicely, keeping all of his units alive for the time being, although that's going to be a very dicey thing indeed.
It's going to be very hard for Byun to find a whole lot to work with over here in the main base of TY.
Yep, and the scan goes out here, and the Cyclone lock is on, but it should not kill that Banshee on the way out. Cyclone with a nice quick pick off there for TY, and he's going to try and take out the Reaper as well. There's the scan, the Viking picks it off, and TY with a cleanup here.
Drop a PDD and run for it.
Get some more workers.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, possibly 4 workers here. Oh wow, TY getting a little bit aggressive here, trying to find a position on this ramp. Yeah, he's going for it at the moment, and he has a lot of tanks in good position, whereas Byun's are actually airborne at the moment and not getting anything done.
I know the armies are going to be massive on either side.
TY intercepting the orbital command, and there's nothing there to stop it. That orbital is going down. What a move here by TY.
Oh my
That's
God.
going to get scouted by TY, and TY is going to move for it immediately. Byun is completely out of position.
Oh!
Again.
Oh no, that is a huge move.
He's going to suicide into the tank line. Oh!
Byun is stemmed right on top of it. He's landing his tanks nearby. Does he have enough to crush this? It's so close. Byun is gonna be able to break this, but at what cost, one has to wonder. He's able to quickly back off. Oh, no, no, no. Byun is airborne right now, and TY stims forward. A couple of tanks lost here.
Oh, that was a bit of a YOLO move there.
And he's trying it again. He's going for the ramp, but can he break this? There's so many tanks. He shouldn't be able to do this. Byun's going for it anyway, though. He's got the Marines in there. He just does not quite have enough. Look at the number of tanks that are at the top of that ramp. And now we've got, oh dear, we've got an orbital going down here. TY attacks from both sides, drives those orbitals away. Byun is now all in.
Yep, he can actually kill both orbitals over here with Marines. I have no idea how those Marines come to the left.
No more command centers on the map for Byun. He's just going to be revealed and eventually starved out and killed.
Yeah, and I don't think Byun has the units to really be able to crack it. I don't know what the obsession with this main and natural is, but Byun is repeatedly losing units in it. It's a death trap for him at the moment, and TY continues to mine, whereas Byun does not.
And this spot again, he's been in this spot before, and that's just not a good little corner for Byun.
No, that was the death zone earlier.
And this, I think, is going to be the death zone. Byun goes in for a final push, but there are far too many tanks. GG, ladies and gentlemen. TY will be your finalist to go up against Solar.